Hey everybody. So this week our serial problem starts with Kate on chapter 5. We're going to have to do chapter 5 and 6. Chapter 5, the first paragraph just kind of explains the situation she's in. She decided to pass on an opportunity that she decided wasn't right for her. But then the rest of it is where it really gets into it. So she gets a bank loan. So we have that. We have the principal balance on the loan being due in 2 years. That just means that she's not going to pay any interest from time to time. She's going to pay everything when it comes due in 2 years. It tells us we use the perpetual inventory system, which is what they explain in the chapter itself. And then they give us these account balances. Here's the transactions. And so what you need to do is do the journal entries for these transactions. Then you're going to do a income statement, and then you're going to calculate a couple of ratios using this information. So let's go ahead and look at the template. Alright, so the template at first has part A, and it goes through and it gives you a spot to do the different journal entries. And then when it comes time to do the supplies and the interest, put your calculation in here so that I can see how the amount was calculated. Part B is to do your income statement. So provide you with the different parts to it. You just got to fill in the different amounts, and then here's your check figure. And then finally part C is to do your calculation for your gross profit percentage and your sales percentage. Now you need to provide the calculation, but if you just put a number here for your answer, then you have to put the calculation in the formula. If you don't put the formula, provide the calculation somehow, and then the answer, then you're not going to get credit. Now chapter 5 has a comprehensive problem and some your turn problems. When you look at the comprehensive problem, it's similar in a lot of ways because it's asking you to do the same types of transactions. Not all of the exact transactions, but a lot of the similar transactions that you have to do for the assignment, especially the new stuff that you learn. You have to do that. When you go into the other resources that are provided in this section, they do actually walk you through the comprehensive. So if you go down, you can find the comprehensive problem, and then they walk you through the your turn problems too. So these can help you get the journal entries that you need to do the work. Alright, so now looking at chapter 6, the serial problem we have with Kate. We're now calculating inventory, and we're looking at different inventory methods. We're going to practice doing the 3 methods that are presented to us in this chapter. Here are the purchases that she made. Now remember, the beginning inventory is 0, so that's important that you remember. So her beginning inventory is 0, then she made purchases in 3 different times in the month of January. Here are her sales, and that's her total sales for that month. And then you want to answer a question about what they call net realizable value, or NRV, which is another way of saying it, and how that would have impacted the situation. So the first part is to calculate the cost of goods available for sale, and I put a check figure there for you, but you need to put the formulas. Again, to get credit, you need to put the formulas. Since answers and solutions are easy to find sometimes, we want to put that. We want to put the calculation so you can show that you know how to do it. So the first part is to calculate the cost of goods available for sale, and replace this with the calculation, or put the calculation over here so to show you know how to get to 4,150. Then the first thing first is to do the FIFO method, then the LIFO method, and then the weighted average method. Then over here is a section to answer the question, and make sure that you're clear and correct. What you explain needs to be clear to me and organized. If you use any terms, identify those terms, explain them, and then give your calculation. Make sure you don't copy or plagiarize. The plagiarism policies do apply in anything we do, even discussion boards. Now there are problems that you can look at in the chapter where they explain the different methods. Going to the resources, you can go to chapter 6, and there's walkthrough lectures, and then there's guided examples, the your turn examples from the chapter, and the comprehensive problem. It walks you through how to do that. So I would definitely look at all those resources to see what you need to do when you're going to go ahead and work the problem. Do your work and then submit it, and I'll have a nice day.